Recently I passed HSK5 220. I have a lot of information, I have a lot of tips for share with you, and I will start with 听力。
请大家注意，听力考试现在开始。
As you know, 听力 45 questions, and they divided for two parts. The first part is going to be for finishing 20. So in this part, you cannot make mistake. You can make mistake only one or two, but you need to do as much as possible correct answer in the first part, because first part it's much more easy than second part. So if you do mistake in the first part, they will they will bite this score more than in the second part. One of important tips what I want to give you, switch your mode to don't overthink about answers. It's the first rules. You can worry. It's not about don't worry too much. It's about switch your mode to don't overthink when you're choosing these answers. And the second rules, 一听到了就选了. For example, here, 你听到了班里入职，你听到了入职 blah 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 就选了入职，就选了 C. HSK4 and HSK5, these same rules. You don't need to overthink. Maybe they talk not about C, maybe they talk about D, no, or maybe A. You hear this vocabulary you found here, or this vocabulary, you make this. This is so important. So I will repeat this sentence again that you get it. Don't overthink.
Don't overthink.
Switch your mode to don't overthink, and 一听到了就选了. What you hear, mark this answer.
Mark this answer.
In my class, have a good student. They have so good 10 skills. Then middle, and of course, bad student. And when it's some of difficult question, or actually it's easy question, but some of high-level students and middle-level students start to overthink, and only bad students will choose correct answer, because he know probably just these two, 真名. So he heard something, blah 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 blah, shama da, 真名. Okay, I know only 真名, so I will choose 真名. And he's correct. This is what teacher explained to us. Don't overthink. You heard this vocabulary, you can read, you found this vocabulary, just mark this one. A, B, C, D. 你听到了那边 C. 好，这里C. Mark. So in the first part, if you follow these rules, don't overthink, and just you heard this vocabulary, you read, you found this vocabulary, just make mark. So you will get less mistakes. You will reach as more as possible correct answer. And these same rules you follow in the second part. How to improve this Gen T. Gen T, this Gen T, you need to find in internet, just download it for free. I didn't attach any Gen T in my description, because you can just Google it and download for free. And every day try to make Lindsay. Just practice your Tinli, but only in Gen T. Because sometimes if you do that mock test about Gen T many times, for example, you did already Gen T 20 times, probably in exam you also will get some of the Tinli questions about this. I was doing HSK5 in 2021 and HSK5 in 2023. Here's two ways. How I prepare that time and how I prepare this time, it's totally different. And that time, I just before 2 weeks of the real exam, I download a lot of Gen T in internet. I just found in the Google in different link, just download a lot, more than 30. Then every day I did 2 times the whole test. Then I get used to do this and kind of improve my Tinli. So if you need just short time, I call this lazy ass, but some of the people just don't have time, or they even don't want to learn, they just want to pass this HSK for graduation or something else. You have 2 choices to make yourself so disciplined, and every day do 2 tests, at least 2 tests, every day before exam, at least before 2 weeks. Then you can improve all of the parts. Tinli, Vietu, and Siezo no. Siezo watch in my next video. About Tinli, you can do this way. Gen T before 2 weeks, every day do 2 times. You will reach high score in your listening part. The second way, just follow what I explained to you. If you don't have time, if you don't feel you're such a disciplined person and you will do 2 times mock test every day, 2 weeks. It's so hard, it's pressure. Follow this way. I figure out this teacher explained to me, and then I try, and then I pass easily, like 212, and I could reach more, just I make some stupid mistake in writing part. So about listening, I think this is clear. The first part, first 20 question, just don't overthink. You heard some vocabulary, you found this vocabulary in the answers, you just mark it, and you will get all of correct. Second part, also follow this way, but there's a bit harder, so need to really listen what they're talking about and try to catch the keywords, what they're talking. You saw this vocabulary, what they're talking about, also mark it, even in the long story.
听力考试现在结束。